All right, so we're live, but yeah, we kind of to finish that up. Some of the after school or kids kind of stuff. Um, if you have the space in the room, it's probably a good thing to go after.
Nice.
Cool. So we're live. So we're just gonna give a second here, but I wanted to introduce Hernando. So everyone will probably be jumping on here in just a second. So welcome. If you can hear us and see us, put yes in the comments. Just let me know you can hear us and see us. We are also on StreamYard. So if you can click the link above, that will actually give you access, and we can actually see who is posting in the Facebook threads there. So if you can put yes, and then go ahead and click that link, and we will get you set up so we can see your comments. Let me click. I'm on the wrong thing. Yes. Cool. Go ahead and put where you're located also. So what state are you in? Let us know where you are located. I'm trying to pull up here on my phone something. Hernando, welcome.
Hey. Hey, everyone.
Yeah, so we'll kind of start out slow. Do you want to just kind of give a backstory of you and jiu-jitsu and kind of how the whole thing kind of started with you wanting to open a school and where you trained and your lineage and stuff?
Yeah, I'm originally from LA, California, born and raised up until about a year and a half ago. I first started my training smaller school in LA, and then in the San Fernando Valley, and then I met Romulo Bahal, and I trained under Romulo Bahal for about a good amount of years. I mean, the guy's legit. He's the man. I got my brown belt under him, and then I had a lot of personal stuff going on in my life right around that time. So with a new job and a lot of things going on, I ended up training under Jean-Jacques. I mean, it's just the man,
Yeah.
And it's so cool to be part of SoCal. Like, I mean, the Mecca, I believe, at the time, like, because now everybody's moving, I believe. I trained under Jean-Jacques for about 4 years. And I still, we're an affiliate. We're a Jean-Jacques affiliate now. I got my black belt under Jean-Jacques. So it's an honor to be part of that lineage. So, I mean, I can't really explain more the lineage, right? It's basically, Carlinhos and Hickson and Jean-Jacques and then me. So it's pretty cool to be part of that.
Sports.
Yeah. And then, so around August of 2019, hustle and bustle, I just got tired of the grind. I just recently married with my wife, Amanda, and I just really wanted to not grind so much anymore and leave LA. And so I left at the height of my career. I have been in sales, but you could always learn and improve. So I did leave that to come to Washington because my wife's family's, she's originally from Pullman. She always wants me to say that, but her family lives in Spokane. And so we came in August of 19. I didn't have a job, and we sold everything, and we didn't have a lot of money. We only had like 5,000 in the bank, and I have 3 kids, and we're like, we're Christians, so we trust God, and we felt the calling to leave LA. So we didn't have a place to stay, so we stayed with my wife's dad, and we stayed for about 6 months. At that time, there's a school that I actually helped run. So I'm the black belt. I came in and start the jiu-jitsu program, like take over the jiu-jitsu program there from a friend of mine. Then around December, I made the offer to basically, I reached out to you guys back in December, and I did not own the school at the time. And I asked, I told basically my boss, like, hey, we're stuck at like X amount of students. This is what's going to happen. You're either not going to make it, or we need to reach out to training to take it to the next level. He did not want to do it, and that's okay. So I said, well, to be transparent, I either leave the gym or I buy the school because at this way, it's not going to work.
Sure.
So I bought the school, which is great. So it was win-win for both of us. And then in January 2020, it was officially ours, and then doing things on our own, and then we still kind of we were growing very little. We wanted to do some upgrades, and then we reached out to you. We've been talking since December, and I'll be honest, like I'm a salesperson, and I feel like, I don't know what's this person's intention. What are they trying to do? This is a lot of money.
Sure.
And we're Christians. We're called to be wise stewards, which was great because we did do our research. And then as I talked to you guys, it started making sense, and every T and dot, everything made sense. It wasn't like all over the place. You guys had a solid foundation, and it felt like, okay. And then I kept trying to talk to my wife, but I guess I sold her wrong on it. It was right. I was just telling her the price, and I'm like, please, can you just talk to the guys, please? Like, out of desperation, can you just talk to them, please? She talks to you, and she's like, we're signed up. I was like, okay. Then again, with our faith, I believe that she has wisdom, and like she'll decide what's right and what's wrong, and
Sure.
she's pretty tough, so she'll see your bluff.
Yeah, I remember when she jumped on. I was like, "Oh, okay, I got you. We're talking serious now."
So, and I trust her on it, and I knew very well too. But I both in, it makes sense, teamwork.
Yeah. So, so at that time, was that when you guys were around that 30 student mark, or where were you at that point?
At that point, we were probably around 60.
Okay.
Maybe it was. So when I bought the school, there was a lot of people not paying, and then they were too cheap too. So it's very hard to start changing cultures when you here comes a new guy and bought the place. It's too hard. So what
were they charging back then? Do you remember?
When you did the math, it was like $70 per student.
Oh, okay.
It was, but I try to raise it. I mean, training at John Jacques, it averages like 200 plus in LA. And I'm like, well, I'm not John Jacques. This ain't LA. And they kept feeding that into me. So you start believing. Yeah, you start believing in it, and I'm used to up here. And then and as you talk more into you, and then start reading books and stuff like that, you are your worth, and you got to believe in yourself, and and that's it. It's just mindset.
Yeah, no, it's 100% mindset. Yeah. And I think, like you said, just having a little bit of that knowledge of like, hey, what, just because the competitor's doing something doesn't mean I have to do that. And it doesn't make them wrong. It doesn't make you wrong, but it's different. And, if we can be different, like not a commodity, obviously we're going to have a better experience with that. So, hey, welcome everybody. If you're just jumping on, put where you're located at. We're here with Hernando, kind of talking about his success over the past year. So getting back to it. So March timeframe kind of came, COVID came, all of that kind of nonsense. And then what happened? Like where were you at? What struggles were you guys having?
Right before or during, or kind of like
so after we kind of got set up, you guys got started. I think you had only just started and then COVID hit, right?
Yeah. So we started in March, probably signed up right at March. And then Amanda right off the bat. I mean, I'm not the guy. She's the person. Like, she's the beast. Like, so she sold like 6 right off the bat at $4.99. We're like, wow, like, oh my gosh, like, this works. And this was before COVID, and this was all in like maybe 3 days. And then COVID hit, and we're like, oh my gosh, like we have this little, and then and people started kind of like backing out, and we're like, what do we do? And then so it took about a week, and like we're all in. We sold everything to even come here. And now I bought the school, and like the school still needs improvements. We were already starting to do demo work and all that. And then what was I gonna say? I don't have my coffee. But anyway, it was gonna we're like, what do we do? Like, man, should we have signed with these guys? Like, no, we got to pay them. Like, we're screwed. And what was cool though is because you're like, hold on, we got it, stay calm, we got something for you. So it took about a week, and then boom, we went online. And it really was great because we didn't make a killing, but we kept the bills going. We still paid rent. We even though the gym was closed, I just didn't want to go into like deferred and do all that. So we were able to, whoever left, one left, two people came in, and it was like this person, boom. So it was just steady. It was just, we were still able to pay and not lay anybody off and still give people work and stuff like that. So yes, we did it. We still paid our own personal bills, and still that we were treading water. We were just, that's all we were doing. And that was it for like 2 months, because we were on lockdown because we were in Washington. So this is Spokane, Washington, Spokane Valley. We're 15 minutes away from where our old location's at. Okay. And I'll get into that. But for 2 months, we were selling online memberships. It works online, and it was just on phones. And you guys taught us all that stuff. Even though I come from a sales background, it's not the same. We have a foundation, right? But it's not the same. I sold Jags. I sold Lincolns. Hey, you want to buy a car? It's not like that. You know, you taught us how to, find the need and give them the prescription for their problem, basically.
Yep.
You know. So we went online, and then Idaho started opening up, which was only 15 minutes away. So we made the decision. It was super risky to basically pick up our stuff and go to Idaho, you know? And then from there, once we were open, it was always like this, right? But it's been going like this even more because we were open and we were still doing online too. So we were still able to nurture the people that we had in Spokane. But then we just decided, like, dude, we're not going back to Washington. We shut that one down. We had the money to shut it down. We had, because of all the memberships that were signing up through you guys, your systems. It's all your systems. We didn't, the traditional way of doing a free class and joining, that doesn't work. And that would not funded everything that we have now. So.
Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the model that you guys were doing before, or the old owner was kind of doing before, was like free class and then trying to convert them. And
yeah, it's the traditional way. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know one person that does not do it. I mean, obviously I believe we're like that 1% now, we do it differently, Yeah. Obviously it's what you guys been working on, but that's the secret sauce, I always say. But yeah, come and train to do a free class. You like it, cool, then it's this much, and you need a gi, and here you go. Okay. But that's cool and all, but it doesn't pay the bills. It's not enough money up front. Mm-hmm. And you're not charging right. The average person charges $100 a month, for jiu-jitsu. Like,
yeah, costs. I mean, we talk to, and they don't think that they are. That's the thing. It's just like, when you said, when we did the math, it was like $70 a student, because they forget about like all the people that are grandfathered in, all the people that are not paying, all the people that are swapping out for instruction or whatever it is. So it always ends up around $100. Like, I mean, I talked to, 10, 15 owners a week. And all of them are the same. Like, oh, we charge 150 or we charge 160. And then when you do the math, it's like they're at $100. So it's like just knowing those numbers and having that knowledge and getting that foundation set up where, like, now you're charging 200. So you can get that average closer to that 150 is really important for having a profit at the end of the day. That's where most of the academy owners struggle, is like, yeah, they can pay the bills and they're working like 90-hour weeks, like cleaning the toilets and doing the admin and doing all the stuff. But then when you look at it, they're like making $5 an hour with no profit at the end of the day. So what kind of made you make that switch of like, okay, like, I think we need a different model, or we want to go with the Academy Kings, or making that switch from like, hey, whatever we're doing isn't working. Like, let's make that jump.
One of them is we believe that we're like in the Bible says, owner's worth is the worker's worth is keep. So why is it, and this goes out to every martial artist, period, why is it that martial artists are broke? Why is that mindset? When you said it,
Yeah.
We should be compensated like doctors because we're helping people. We're changing lives. Like jiu-jitsu guys out there, doesn't jiu-jitsu change people's lives? Like it's not just like I come in and train. No, like they're better parents, they're better husbands, they're better people, society, they're calmer, they're peaceful, they're non-violent. And I've seen so many people change their lives from addictions, from all these things, obesity, huge.
Yeah.
So, but they'll go pay all kinds of prescriptions and all these other things when you've seen it firsthand. How many people weed off of diabetes and all these pills because they're training?
Yep.
So why shouldn't we be compensated? We change their lives. And not only that, the sacrifices to get to your black belt, you have to not be with your family a lot of the nights. Your body's at sacrifice. So that's a doctrine in your field. You know, a jiu-jitsu black belt's a freaking doctor in martial arts.
For sure.
You know, so we should be compensated for that, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. And like you said, I say that a lot is like, you know, we are not looked upon highly in society. It's like, oh, you're a martial arts instructor. Oh, cool. Like, when are you going to get a real job? You know, that kind of, like I live in a nice neighborhood. I kind of tell the story a lot. Like I live in a nice neighborhood. A lot of the people in there, are doctors, lawyers, bankers, like all of these kind of things. And like I'm at the pool with the kids and they're like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I own a martial arts school. They're like, oh, really? Like you're here and you own that? Like, that's kind of crazy. And it's like, you know, they just don't equate any value to that profession, where it's like you said, we need to be lifting each other up and lifting the industry up so that, you know, we can make some decent money as an owner and as a practitioner of martial arts. If you guys agree with that in the comments, put yes. If you agree with that martial art owners should be paid well, put yes in the comments. So you kind of just knew you needed a switch based on kind of your beliefs, and that's kind of what led you to kind of looking for that different kind of solution.
Yeah. It's just right. It's, in order to bless people, you need money or time or both.
Yeah.
And if you can't bless people if you don't have the resources, right? And people can argue all day, but the reality is, I have a kid. I have 3 kids. I have a wife. It's not cheap living out anywhere. I mean, people say Idaho's cheaper than California. No, it's starting to become up there. Taxes are high, and I want to make a living. Or would people want me to do this and another job, and then when I come in at night, I'm drained?
Yeah.
It's about the experience. And so, and I come from a good lineage, you know, like, and that's one. When I used to sell cars, right, and this is just an example for everyone. So you have all the cars, they all do the same thing. They all do the same thing, same purpose. They get you to and from work, right? But they all have different experiences, right? Yeah. So that also too is our mindset too. Is like, okay, we charge more, but we have a nicer school. We have merch, we have stuff. So we're able to bless our students. Like, oh, you need a gi, here you go, boom. Here's a Game Niski with the patches, everything. You don't gotta buy it. Oh, you want water? No, I got you here, boom. Like, we don't have to nickel and dime because we have the resources to do that, because we pay. Because of how you showed us to pay charge at a premium, right? We can do more. We have premium mats. We have Fujis. We have really nice bags. They're not just like go to not Home Depot, but Big Five and just pick up the discounted one, and then none of them match. Everything's suited. Everything's professional. So that's why that we charge higher. You get more value. Like how you teach us and even show us too. Like it's, and even for what you do to us is like, you said you give these things, but you actually over deliver and go above and beyond. So that's the mindset that should go into anything in life, right?
Well, yeah. And I think you can even equate it to like the business side of like mentorship and things like that. It's like, you know, everybody's going to make it to wherever that destination is. And it's like, hey, do you want to walk? Do you want to, you know, ride a bike? Do you want to take a bus? Do you want to take a limo? Like, how do you want to get there? And how quick do you want to get there? Like, you want to take a plane? Like, if I want to get from, you know, here to LA, Maryland to LA, Like I can walk, I can drive, I can take a bus, I can take a train, or I can fly. Like for me, my time is important. So like the faster I can get to destination, and that whether that's business, like, oh, I could probably figure a lot of stuff out by myself. I could probably, test a bunch of stuff and spend a bunch of money, or I could just spend money and get someone that has the knowledge already, and now I have speed to money faster, and I get to that destination quicker. We probably all make it to some sort of destination at some point, but it's like, how long do you want it to take? And what's the experience you want that to be? Like, do you want to be doing all the work? Do you want to have like a system and process to kind of follow? And I think, like you said, it's the same with business. It's the same with martial arts. It's like you pay one way or the other. You either pay with time, sweat, energy, or you pay with money. And sometimes you pay both. But a lot of times when you pay with that money, you're getting that higher experience and faster results. Private lessons, like, hey, if you spend money and get private lessons, you probably have better jujitsu than the guy that doesn't do that. It's just that ongoing process like that. I like that a lot. I think that's a really good analogy for jiu-jitsu and business and life in general. I guess what were some of the doubts? Like, I guess before you jumped in, what were some of those doubts? Like, okay, like you said, hey, it costs a lot of money. It's, I gotta trust these people. Like, what were kind of some of those doubts or some of those things that you had to work through personally or together with Amanda before you guys could kind of make that decision?
Money, number one. I think that was the only reason, because we're teachable. If you're a jiu-jitsu black belt, you should be teachable even beyond them, because in order for you to get there, you had to be molded and all that.
Yeah.
And then even that like black belt, you should be able to still learn more. You didn't just make it. And we come from some sales, right? And we could also hang on to that. Like, yeah, we know it. Nah, like I know my stuff. Or you could be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, might not be the same language, but that makes sense. Some people might have a hard time of letting go.
Kind of like an ego thing, like I can do this by myself kind of idea.
Yes, or also to like let's just talk to someone that has a school for 10 years, and they've been doing it this way the whole time. And no, I've been doing it fine, and I can make my rent, and that's fine. But then now you come in and you're like, no free 6-week program, higher ticket. People are, I don't know. I've been doing it like this. It's just fine. But then they're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to let go and let someone else take the wheel, like yourself, and be taught all over again on how to do this and believe in it. Because if you don't believe it, then you can't sell it to the customer. If you don't believe your product, you can't sell it. So you're going to have to believe it first in order to deliver it. Just like we all believe in our jiu-jitsu, right? Hey, come do jiu-jitsu. You like it? Cool, man. It's going to change your life. It's awesome, Well, you need to sell them the experience and sell them the party, like you always say.
Yeah. No, I like that. And I think, just being able to kind of let go of some of those things, it's related. It's always related back to jiu-jitsu and martial arts in general. Like, probably we saw an instructor or a place where we went and like, this is kind of how they did it. So we learned those same business practices from that person. And then we start implementing those things in our school. And even if they're right, wrong, like we don't know why we're doing it. But we're just doing it because we saw somebody else kind of doing that. Where, yeah, if you start to, a lot of the stuff that we came up with and that we do differently is like, I bought courses, I bought mentorship, I bought things from people outside of martial arts. And it's like, how do I take these other successful businesses or business ideas and implement them in jiu-jitsu? Having that fresh set of eyes come in and say like, man, you guys you're doing it this way just because you've always done it this way versus like, this is a better practice. This is a better idea. And having that outside set of eyes come in and say like, oh man, like you guys are just inside this bubble. And that's why you can't see like why you should make these couple changes, just like in jiu-jitsu, same idea. Like we can get blindsided by like, oh, this is the only way to do a choke. Like I have to do it this way, but it's like different body types, different things. I'm going to have to try things differently. And if you get that instructed, it's like, oh, well, like, no, you just need to move your body a little bit this way because you're a little heavier, you're a little skinnier, you're a little taller or longer. So it's like making that mold fit that specific business.
I was going to say something. Okay. This is as clear and direct as I can be. I will pay you because you made all the mistakes.
Yeah.
You made all the mistakes already. I don't want to cry twice. I'll cry once, not twice. I heard that one with guns. You could either cry once or cry twice. So now I'm hanging on to that. I will rather not spend my time and just what you were saying and resources to figure it out and still not have the secret sauce. Yep. Or I'll pay you, give me the secret sauce, help me make the secret sauce. I promise I won't tell anybody. And because like time, we're not getting younger. And that's number one. Number two, now I know what I was gonna say. What helped me change more was COVID. COVID forced us to adapt.
Yeah.
It was either sink or swim, Yeah. So COVID made us change my mindset to hustle and bustle, number one, to keep it afloat. Because when I wanted to quit recently from the business, I wanted to quit. In March, I wanted to quit. Like second weekend, man, this is too hard. This sucks. I want out. This is stupid. I should just go back to selling cars. This is stupid. But then I thought about my students in my head. I can look them in the eyes and look at my blue belts and my white belts, and now they have no leader, and the leader gave up. And that's the old me. That's not me now. So that what kept me going was that. So COVID made us change. And as I'm noticing, and you were right, but it didn't make sense in the beginning, was everyone at $100 a month, they started all going out of business. And I'm sorry that people have gone out of business. Please, I don't say this boastfully, guys, but it's unsustainable. Because once we started open again, we had to double up on all the Kennedy products, or cleaning products, disinfectant, all that stuff. Where is that money going to come from? It's not going to come from $100 a month.
Yeah,
it's not. So the $5.99 paid for stuff. This paid for that. Oh, we need a new demo. This pays for that. So, and we were able to change our mindset from just being a school, right, to a premium school with better stuff. And go back to the car analogy. If all gyms are the same, then why come to us? Yeah. Like, then you could just pick you have Walmart, you have Target, you have all these. They're all stores. They all do the same thing. So we're going to sell a higher ticket, better experience. And that's what made us change too, was like, now we can, COVID made us change to that, like where I felt like, I don't know, sorry to say, like, oh, jiu-jitsu is like illegal? Oh, I want to train. Right? Well, yeah, I'm not going to charge $100 if this is quote unquote illegal right now.
Yeah. That's funny. And I think, when you look at it, and I think a lot of business owners don't look at it from this angle, but the idea that, well, two things. One, I guess, kind of talking to your point about just the money aspect, right? In our industry, I do a lot of statistical analysis of our industry. So, like stat wise, most owners have less than 2 months worth of savings, like rainy day fund in their savings, or the ability to have less than 2 months. So during that time, like you said. And that's why you saw the people like putting up like GoFundMe's and doing all of this stuff, because they didn't have enough money to pay the bills the next month as soon as they started seeing that drop in revenue. So like if you're in the position where you have less than 2 months worth of cash on hand to run a business, like, that's not a good spot to be in. And the reason is, like you said, that the ticket value is too low. There was no profit margin above that. When you're selling $150 membership, even at $150, and say, hey, I'm going to give, a family discount of 20%. Like now that 150 is down even further, now we're $30 less. Now we're at 120. So now that brings that average down. That 20% is all of that profit margin that you just literally gave away for that second student. So not having those numbers right and not knowing the numbers that you need puts people in a really bad spot with cash flow, puts people in a bad spot with reserves, and then just at the end of the year having that profit. And then I think the other thing where a lot of owners don't think about the process of business or the process of having a mentor or a coach is like they'll sit and they'll say like, oh man, like you can never learn jujitsu online, like you can't, why would you ever watch videos or Gracie University or whatever it is? Like you can't learn jujitsu that way. But then they want to run their business that way by like watching a YouTube ad and trying to figure out how to do a Facebook ad, or like, hey, I'm going to change my sales process from this one video that I saw on YouTube. And it's like they're running their business the same way that they're saying people can't learn anything anyways. And it's kind of ironic to me that like they will say like you can't learn that way because it's a physical thing, but then you'll try to run their business that way, even though it's a physical business. And an idea of like, man, a coach is not a bad thing in anything that you're doing. That's why I have personal coaches, mentors, and stuff that I still pay a lot of money to every month. So I think, just those analogies like make a lot of sense that you need a coach in general in life and different things, right? You go to church, you have the coach is basically the preacher, the father, the minister, whoever it is. That's your coach for your spiritual stuff. Obviously, God, Jesus, all is the coach as well there. But, all of these different spots have those coaches, and you really probably want that. Do you kind of have anything in that area that you kind of thinking?
You have to. So I follow Dave Ramsey. He's a big money guy. Yep. The reality is I like money, but I want to do it the right way because my mindset's different. If you serve the customer and give them everything and go above and beyond, then that will come secondary, right? So that's number one, our faith, right? So we believe that this is all God's money and we're here to serve the people and ultimately lead them to Christ, or also just live that lifestyle. So people are like, oh, there's light in there, So we're here to help people in that area. We use the money as the resource, as the tool, right? And then to go back off of the coaching and all that, every area of my life I try to. So where we all train, rather it be any martial arts, you have an instructor, and that instructor leads you by off of his experiences, and they're ahead of the road from you, and they're going to share that with you, okay? And now you have your teammates, and now you guys are all holding each other accountable. You guys are all growing together. Okay. And the old saying in the Bible says you are who you hang with in Proverbs. So I like Dave Ramsey. I follow all of his teachings that he uses off the Bible. And that's for my money and personal. And also it applies to business.
Sure.
So I have Jean-Jacques. He's my mentor too. He has a lot of wisdom. So if I have an issue, I can call him and he always has the answer. Okay. Because he's ahead of the game. We go to church. We have a pastor that he's not the leader, right? Because we follow God, but God gave him the tools to a sinner just like us to kind of head of the game, knows the Bible a little bit more, and then can kind of help us and mentor us in that area. Yeah. People hire a personal trainer because whatever the goals they're hitting with, or they hire us because we know how to serve the customer. So, and trying to figure this out all alone, it just doesn't work. So in every area of your life, wherever you want to be with, and like for business, I didn't have one. When I used to work in sales, I did have one because my job provided a manager. The manager had, and then they paid for our training. So I was already used to that. Okay, now I have my own business. I need to get training because my job used to pay for my sales training. Yep. So, and everything in life, like if you're shooting a gun, you can't just buy a gun and just let it sit there. No, you have to train. You have to train. You have to do jiu-jitsu. You have to train. You go to the gym, you got to train. Like it just never stops. So you need someone to guide you in that. And business is number one. Just because you have your own business doesn't mean you have to be held accountable. You need someone too. So
you don't have all the answers. Hey, so Facebook land, if you guys have any comments or questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Ask Hernando a question. Cool. So as they're dropping those questions in, we'll kind of keep rolling. So I guess kind of working back, 60 students, and you ended up losing some, I guess, during COVID. Is that when you kind of got to that 30 student point?
Yeah.
Where you're at now?
So we went from like the 60 And then they started kind of dropping off little by little. People have been very supportive, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are supportive through all this. But after a while, we're human, and we all have families, and I can't blame someone to stop paying after a while. I can't.
No, not at all.
You know, so you have to pivot fast and give them something. Give them something, and if that's not good enough, and they leave, that's fine. They leave. A lot of people have lost their jobs. That's fine. So we went online, and then as they started dropping down, they started kind of coming up. But it was kind of maybe to put us back to where we were. That's all it was. And it was really hard. We had to grind a lot. We were on the phone a lot, all day, every day, plus teaching Zoom for 2 months. Then we went from Spokane, and this is Post Falls. Okay. So we made the drive here, and we kept this location because we have a lease on it. This is a temporary location, Idaho. Then some people kind of started coming back. People were like, I don't want to make the drive. So they started dropping off. Once we announced that this one was closing, like immediately, like back in, because they opened up in May, June, that's when we dropped hard. We dropped hard because I feel, I'll be honest, that's the excuse to get out. I don't want to go and drive 15, 20 minutes to Idaho. That's okay. That's fine.
Yep.
Okay. But we were starting to sell in person. We were still doing online to cater to the ones that because we thought we were going to go back, you know. So they were just hanging on. The minute we said, well, this is done, Spokane's done, now we're here, that's when we dropped. But we started coming up because we were in person. We didn't stop. We did have because it was a new spot, we got like a month off. So we just grind. And it takes time. Like, yeah, we've been going up, but recently, back in December and January, that's when it completely went like all the way like there because we just didn't stop. We kept doing the same thing over and over and over again because it was working. So why change it? Yeah. You know? And that's when we're now, I look back because me and you, we were in a call with the other Kings, and I had to take a minute and really bask in the moment. Like, wow. It hit me like, wow. We went from March, it was like 11,000 in revenue. And now March 2021 is now 67,000. No, February last month was 67,000. Yeah. And it was funny because we were in a meeting because we do have a financial business advisor too, that we pay for too. Another mentor that we pay for because we have all this money, you know, like, what Amanda's like, oh, we got to get what were you saying? You got to get a receptionist. Like, what do we do? Or something like that. Or was it another instructor? Trainer, yeah. Another trainer. We got to get another trainer. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know. And then his name is Nathan, was straight up like, dude, you made 65,000 last month. And we're like, I did a personal goal because, some people might be like, that's not a lot of students. Well, yes, it is. And I'll tell you why. Because if you add all these up that you're selling at over $200 a month at $59 a week, okay, divide them all up. Now there's some that you've taught us to sell like your memberships at a discount. We're building our second spot next door that now is 6,000 square feet. And we sold if you paid a year in advance, if you average it out, you're looking at $150 a month. Or $150, $160. Like you said, the minimum. So we sold 20 of those and we average them out. There's some other ones extra, maybe 30 in total. Our average student now is $155 a month. That doesn't mean we charge $155 a month. Okay. Yeah. Just people are clear on that. People are paying $59 a week, but you talked about, we have families here that train here too. So they get discounts. We have law enforcement. They have discounts too. Active law enforcement gets discounts too. Family deals. People that prepaid for the year gets a discount too. So we're at about 155, excluding the prepaid membership. So we're probably at 160 a month, maybe. Yeah.
No, that's great. And when you say discounted, what I want people to realize is like, it's discounted on a higher number. So we don't want to be selling discounted memberships, especially if we're at 150, 160 kind of idea, because again, now we're dropping that number to $100, $70, $125. But when you're at a $250 membership, which is the, $253, I think it is for a $59 a week membership. So $253 a month. You can discount that to $200. They are getting a great deal. You're getting a great deal. And you're still above that 150 kind of threshold that we like to keep everyone at. So that's really awesome. So amazing progress in that, 12-month period, 11,000 to 67,000 in about a 12-month period, 30-ish students to 202 now. So what kind of moving forward, like, are you going to change all your processes? Are you going to change up a whole bunch of stuff?
If it's not broken, why fix it?
Yeah.
Let it be. We are an opportunity to change it, but why? It works. Like, leave it alone. I know that things will adapt and change, and that's why we have you. You will figure that one out, and you'll give it to us. But just give me one sec here. So you took that from, I don't know where you got that higher ticket and lower. Okay. This was in cars. This is in cars or anything, meat, whatever. You have, let's just say a Mercedes. Everyone can relate to a Mercedes, $60,000 Mercedes, brand new. Let's just say, okay. You go to the dealership. Oh, there's a $10,000 rebate. Okay. Now that car that's 60,000 is 50 grand. Dude, you just got a good deal.
Yeah.
You just get you feel like you got a good deal
to give you 10,000 back.
Now they just got full pop. They made money. You feel happy. You drive a Benz, have a good experience. Now have the money to buy another car. It's genius, and it works here too. I didn't think about that until you started to do that system.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have that higher number in order to have that base number. You look at Verizon or Comcast or one of these kind of like cable companies. It's the same thing. Like, they're like, oh, you can get, cable by itself for $99. You can get, internet by itself for $99, or you can have everything for $89. And it's like, they wanted $89. They just want to do all of this other stuff to make you think you're getting an amazing deal. And that's the idea of, like, any negotiation. If both people are happy at the end, then everybody's happy. If somebody feels like they got shafted, then, it's not a great negotiation. Cool. So, I guess positive impact that you kind of have on your community now. I guess you kind of talked about it a little bit, just being able to kind of be able to do a little bit extra with that extra cash flow that you have. I think that's a good kind of point to relay to people, just because, like you said, a lot of owners are like at that bare minimum of membership, but then they try to nickel and dime them on like the water, the this, the that, and then they still are behind, and then the people just get annoyed that they're kind of doing the nickel and diming.
So I'll do things like I'll fly out a friend of mine, for example, from LA, and come teach for free, and it's not a seminar, and win-win. Yep. And people see me like, wow, like, dude, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you're paying for it.
Yeah.
I'm not, I don't have this big mansion. I don't have brand new cars, I just want the livable, right? And that will come with time. I'm on my personal getting out of debt and all that other stuff. But people see where their dollars are going. If you look at our next spot that we just opened in January, it's all brand new stuff, and it's not cheap stuff. We have TRXs, we have turf, we have dollar mats, fitness training, like all the premier stuff, because they provided the money for it. So we went ahead and turned it back. So we gave them all the nice, expensive stuff because they're paying for it. We have really expensive mats. We have a beautiful facility. We're able to paint. That mural, I paid a friend of mine, bless someone, to come from LA, enjoy the Idaho experience, paint that. Everything we're able to do because we charge a higher ticket and we're able to give back to the people.
Yeah.
We have nice skis. Like, you need a gi, boom, here you go. Obviously, we're not going to abuse it, but because we still need to pay the bills. But they have a nice location. They have a nice facility. We have good instructors that are happy because they're not volunteering. We're paying them.
Yeah.
Paying them so they come happy to work and they come energized and they want to perform well and give a good experience to the customer, basically. So
that's awesome. I guess we'll wrap it up. Anything you want to kind of touch on or anything before we leave? I got probably two more quick questions for you if you have anything. Anybody in the comments have anything for Hernando? Nothing in there right now. Go ahead. Did you have any last couple things to talk about or anything?
If you're skeptical about it, I know the first thing as human nature is just money, right? Yes, but what else are you going to spend your money on? Like, wherever your heart is that where you're going to put your money too, right? So if you think like they're just going to jack you, that's not going to be the case, because there's a lot of us doing it. Do you think that you're going to pay Lance and you're going to have all these students show up at your door? And to some point, yes and no, and I'll tell you why. Because you have to do the work. So if you're not willing to do the work and pay, it's not going to work. If you think you're going to pay and then they do all the work, it's not going to work. You have to put in the work.
Yeah, I think
that's all it is.
A fun saying was that I like is, we make winners win faster. So like, it's like, if you're not a winner, if you're not going to do the work and you're just going to come in, it's like, yeah, it's probably not going to work for you. But if you're a winner, you want to come in, you want to put that energy forward and learn how to do something the right way. Then, it's like, we'll make winners win faster. So if you think you're a winner, like, we'll help you. Don Stoner, we know him. What's up, Don? Are you still selling private lessons?
No, I actually never really did. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why not. I don't, because you told me one time, no, you didn't tell me directly, you just said it. I'd rather sell, right? Because my time's expensive, right? So, and it's true. It's true. So have I done a private here and there? Yes. And I wouldn't do it for the money. I'd just do it because hey man, like, let me give you a private, like, please, like, I like you and I see some areas. But we do have our instructors that do privates. They do them. But me and Amanda, we don't do them. We're doing sales. Our time is expensive. So that's just the reality. I love jiu-jitsu. I really do. But that's why I teach. I still teach, like, I love training. I still train, but I block off time to work and do sales because, that's the life. What is it? Lifeblood of the business, which it is. I can't stop selling. People always are like doing like this, especially jiu-jitsu. So,
yeah. Well, I think a lot of people right now too, owner wise, are not in the idea of I need to get new students. They're like, man, I have this whole group of students that, excuse me, that is on hold. That's, that used to be members that are going to come back. So I'm just going to kind of wait it out and they're going to come back as soon as they feel COVID is over or they're safe or whatever. And it's like, maybe yes, maybe no. Like, it may happen, but it may not. Like you said, it may just be a good excuse for them to kind of back away and not show back up because now they have a good excuse. Like, I don't feel safe with COVID, so I'm not going to train right now. And then that turns into a year, turns into 2 years, turns into, never coming back. So it's like, for my advice is like, yeah, we're gonna be attacking those people and trying to get them back into the gym and tell them how safe it is and sending pictures and videos and stuff like that to them. But what we really need to do is advertise so that we get more people in the door, and then I don't have to rely on the old people. Like, the old people are just, cream on top when they do come back. It's one of those things you got to keep kind of pressing forward. Like you said, if you shut down during COVID and just said, okay, we're just going to shut down and kind of wait this thing out. And a lot of people back then were, oh, this is going to be 30 or 60 days. We'll be back open. Like, LA still closed. Washington State still closed. Like, a lot of these places, a year later are still closed. And if you didn't pivot and if you didn't make adjustments and changes and try to get new people coming in the door, man, like you're probably closed. You're probably super hurting right now. I think like you said, sales is always going to be a lifeblood of that business, and getting new people in the door is always the opportunity to get new sales. And if you're raising your prices, much easier to raise the price on a new person walking in the door than it is, taking that person from $100 a month up to $250 a month. That's already been there. So we have strategies for that, and we can do that, but still it's much easier just to sell that new membership. And then when they say like, man, like you go to raise that price and they're like, no, I don't want to do that. That's too much. It's like, well, cool. Like we've already established that people are willing to pay this price. I don't want you to leave, but like, this is what I need as a business owner. Hopefully you understand that. I really like that. I think I really like that. That's good. And the private lesson. One more thing about that, the lessons is like Hernando was saying. You can, most of the black belts I know, $100, maybe $200 an hour, depending on who they are. They're in that one lesson for an hour, getting 100, maybe 150, 200 at the most. A lot of times, where like if you're selling and you have a good program like what we have, it's a 20-minute conversation. You can sell 3 $500, $600 trials in that same 1 hour time frame. So now you're making $1,000, $1,500, $1,800 in that same hour that you would have made $100. Like, yeah, it's probably more fun to train and roll around. But as I get older, like, man, I don't want to have to go out there one-on-one with people for an hour and drill and train and all that. Like, no way, that's no fun. So if you are doing those lessons, it's, try to, and we've talked about that before also, Hernando, is like, try to turn that into a semi-private group, charge them more money. So at least you're making $500-$600 in that same hour that typically you would be, making $100. Like if you're going to do lessons, do them semi-private, 40 minutes, 30 minutes, semi-private kind of idea, more money, less impact on you. You can scale it that way. It's just a much better deal. Clinton, we need to talk. All right, cool. Anything else, Hernando?
That's it. I don't know. I just you guys really bailed us out. Like I said, we trusted God and we felt led, to you. And ever since then, you've never really ever dropped the ball. You've always helped us out and always willing to try new stuff. And I'd rather hate to say, no, I'm not. I'd rather have someone else take the arrows and then just let me learn what you learned, okay? And here's some money, so I don't have to learn that.
Yeah, and I mean that's what we do. We test it out. We're testing 2 offers right now that no one else knows about. So we're testing 2 offers now, and we'll test that out at our spots, and we'll test that out at a couple of the other spots, and then if it's a winner, then we roll it out to everybody. That's kind of how it is. And like you said, that way I'm spending my money, I'm spending my time, I'm spending my energy designing and figuring these things out. And then when I have a winner, it's like, hey guys, here you go. Like, this is going to make you money. That's the idea of having a coach and having the idea. I really like that. I guess, last question. So anybody watching, would you recommend jumping in with us?
Oh, you're asking me a question? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I said, for anybody watching, would you recommend they jump in if they're on the fence?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Will you get returns? Absolutely. I've referred quite a bit of friends, and the ones doing the work are very happy, very happy. So that's all I can say. I have someone that's a competitor that's only probably about 12 miles away from me that jumped into the program, and I can be greedy and keep to myself, or I can have other people do it too. And the more winners you're around, you are who you hang with, mentality. They're very successful at what they do. It works. It's been proven. I mean, if you're a jiu-jitsu person, they're on Gracie Bag, and believe it or not, there's a lot of famous people in that in this group too. That for example, Samir I followed him doing jiu-jitsu. I never was at his level, but I would see him compete when he was competing, and he still competes from what it sounds like. But when he was really like out there, and I would see him, I'm like, oh, if he's doing it, then I'm gonna do it, you know. You know, and anyone can do it, you know, like you don't have to be IBJJF champion. Like those are great and all. Yes, nothing wrong with that. But not everybody has that level. I don't have that level. So I can, you know, I can do it, you know, anybody can do it. You know, I know people that, you know, that there's a language barrier. They're doing it too. Anybody can do it. And they'll,
I
that's all
agree.
I can say.
Awesome. Last question. Alpha, where'd it come from?
Huh? Oh, it's all God. He's the beginning and he's the end, you know, like, so we gave it all to him. It was around May, we changed it. And it was like, let's just really give him the glory. This is he's the beginning, he's the end. This is new. Let's revamp our thing now. That's it. He provided, he made a way when there was no way. And so we give him the glory. You got two hands in the mirror right there with crucifixion as the covering. This is his place, and we give it all to him. And that's it. We that's our mentor. You know, we have you too, Lance, but that's the leader. We lead, you know.
I love it. All right. Thank you so much, Hernando. If you guys have any questions, put 5 in the comments. We'll get our 5 growth frameworks to you. And yeah, if you want to talk, let's talk. Thanks so much, Hernando. Tell Amanda thank you, and congratulations on all your hard work and success.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Take it easy. Enjoy your weekend.
You too. Thanks.